If you identified that sound as a blue jay, you are correct. These birds are one of my favorite feeder guests. Most people can identify these birds by their noisy call and colorful plumage. But today we're going more into depth about blue jays in this video from Barnard. Blue jays generally inhabit most of the U.S., excluding some of the far west. They also can be found in the southern part of Canada. They are often found along forest edges, but they also live in suburban and urban areas, especially ones with bird feeders and or oak trees. Blue jays consume many things, including insects, grains, nuts, seeds, and sometimes they will even raid nests for eggs and nestlings, although this is uncommon. Some of the insects they consume include caterpillars, grasshoppers, and beetles. In the nuts category, they absolutely adore peanuts. I put out peanuts in a low platform feeder and I get a bunch of blue jays that come and steal them. Some of them have even learned what time I put out new peanuts at, and they sit there and scream and wait for me. Blue jays also love most mixes put out at bird feeders. Most likely, they will come if it includes corn, sunflower seeds, and as mentioned before, peanuts. The last thing they will sometimes eat, as I said previously, is eggs and nestlings, although this behavior is unusual. In a study conducted on the diet of blue jays, researchers examined the stomach contents of about 530 blue jays. Out of the ones surveyed, only about 1.13%, or 6 birds, had remnants of eggs or nestlings in their stomachs. The majority of blue jays' diets consist of insects and acorns. In order to carry more food to stash in their food stores, blue jays will carry extra food in their upper esophagus and throat area, called the gular pouch. They can fit about 3 acorns in this pouch and carry even more in their mouths. Blue jays are monogamous, which means the pairs stay together forever. To nest, blue jays select a tree with thick branches where they can build a nest in the split of a tree, which is where a large thick branch splits into 2 separate branches. Usually, they like to select a spot about 10 to 25 feet off the ground. Both the male and female work together in the construction. Generally, the male does most of the gathering of the materials and the female does most of the construction. After the nest is complete, the female will lay about 2 to 7 bluish or light brown eggs. The eggs are incubated for about 17 days. When they first hatch, the babies are naked and helpless. For the first 8 to 12 days after the nestlings hatch, the male blue jay provides food for his mate and nestlings. About 1 to 3 days before the brood is ready to fledge, some nestlings will wander as far as 15 feet from the nest. Even when the babies beg for food, the adults will not feed it until it returns to the nest. This is the stage where most people find an abandoned baby blue jay. It can be placed either back in the nest or near it. The parents will resume feeding it if it's close enough. The brood usually leaves the nest together. Young blue jays will remain with and are fed by the parents for about 1 to 2 months, although how long it takes to become independent depends on each bird. These songbirds are known to many people with their bright colors and signature scream, although there is a lot more to their behavior than meets the eye. Blue jays communicate using both body language and vocally. Their crest is one of their main communication methods. The higher the crest, the higher the aggression level, and the lower the crest, the lower the aggression level. To communicate vocally, blue jays use a ton of different vocalizations. They have a huge vocabulary and are also great at mimicking. Sometimes captive blue jays will learn to mimic human speech. One blue jay even learned to mimic a cat's meow. In the wild, they will often learn calls of hawks, especially the red-tailed and red-shouldered hawk. By doing this, the other birds temporarily leave the feeders and the blue jay has a clear shot at a meal. Now, blue jays are often given a bad rep for being bully birds, but the truth is they are far less aggressive than other species. In one study from Florida, it proved that red-bellied and red-headed woodpeckers, common grackles, and gray squirrels all dominated the blue jays at feeders. Doves, cardinals, and nightingales also sometimes dominated, preventing the blue jay from getting food. Most of the time, rather than starting a fight, blue jays will simply use their brains and one of their many tricks, such as hawk mimicry. Blue jay migration is not yet understood. Some birds stay year-round, while some migrate in the spring. Migrating flocks include all ages of bird. and the tracking of banded blue jays prove that there is no age difference between the jays that migrate and the jays that stay. Less than 20% of the blue jay population migrates. These beautiful birds' conservation status is of low concern. These birds are one of my favorites, and I hope you enjoyed learning about them as much as I did. That's all I have for you for this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know when I release a new video. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you next time on Barnard.